Hey everyone, okay, so today we're going to be talking about the problem with the triangle of light, at least in terms of how it can definitely brighten the under eye. We're not even talking wrinkles or texture. We're just talking about the problems that can come when you highlight certain areas of your face that you just may not really want to. Okay, so we're going to pick a concealer. I'm going to go with the Bobbi Brown palette and I'm going to pick Cool Sand. And I'm going to leave this side completely free. So this side just has foundation and a bit of concealer on underneath. So what I'm going to do is bring it down, pat it across, and we're going to just make a rough triangle. There we go. So this area is going to definitely have some more brightness to it without a doubt. Now, the thing with concealer is that anything you highlight, and a concealer is technically a highlighter because it adds light to the face, anything you highlight stands out, which is why it's so good for under eye darkness, because you're brightening that area, creating a more flat surface. However, if you have any bags or any other issues under the eye of puffiness, adding a concealer over it will make it look worse. So I'm now going to blend this in as best I can, because we want the concealer to blend in, but at the same time we want it to still be bright, but it has to blend in with our skin tone, and that can sometimes take a week in order to do it, especially if we've gone much lighter. So I don't know if you can see, I can see in the mirror right here has started to jump out, as has this Mala bag here. And that's because this area has been highlighted by the fact that I've just used a concealer that is much lighter. Now, in order to correct that, I would now need to go in with an even lighter concealer under here and across here in order to flatten that back out. And that's what a lot of people aren't aware of when you're doing this triangle of light, and there is nothing wrong with it. Oftentimes we're just following blindly and not looking at our own face shape and the issues that we may have on our face. And when you highlight something like this, that is just, you're just drawing attention to areas on your face that you really may not want to. It's highly unlikely that you're going to ever go to a makeup artist or do it yourself and go, right, my goal is to make sure that this bag here is as prominent as possible. That isn't going to happen. You want to minimize it. And I'll show you something at the end of this that'll be hopefully a bit interesting. But that's blended in and it's definitely brighter, definitely. But it hasn't made, it's just made matters worse in terms of this under eye area. And whenever you're doing concealer on your face, you should always look at it objectively and think, what's my goal? Is it to brighten under eye darkness? Great, then we know we can use that with a concealer. But if you have these problematic areas going on, you need to take a two-pronged approach. You need to definitely get rid of the darkness. You then need to highlight the bags on the face in order to get rid of them. So I'm just going to show you, because I've done videos on this before. So what I'm going to do is highlight the bags quickly, right? And I would just want you to watch what's happening when I highlight with a lighter concealer the areas that need to go away. You can see hopefully in the monitor or your TV that area now where I've just highlighted it, and I'm going to leave it there so you can see it, now doesn't look as bad because we've now pushed light from that shadow we've created. And again, I've got this bag under here which I hate. I actually went to see somebody about it today, and I'll talk to you about that another time. But by highlighting under it, we actually start to flatten this area. Does that make sense? So you're trying to flatten shadows. You're trying to add light to them. So I'm just going to draw it. Here is the shadow of the bag, not the bag, the shadow. And when I look forward, it appears flatter because you've added light to it. You obviously need to blend it. But that's the thing, whenever you start to go over problematic areas, you then have to recorrect them. So sometimes it makes more sense to just stay away from them. Unless you love that look, then you are going to need that extra correction. There you go, problems with the V. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.